Okay, guys, this is another banger of a video. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I just spent 25 minutes recording an audio clip and then realizing I was muted the whole time. The things I do for these YouTube videos, I can't. And I get no views, no likes, I'm gonna die! Wait, what? No, I'm fine. I'm chilling. So, this is like a quality lap. So if you look in the bottom right, you can see my record is 2 minute .324, and it's not a great lap. It's not a bad lap either, but I just kind of wanted to improve it a little bit because I kind of wanted to be more to the front, you know, because that's how you get to the front, is you qualify and then you race decently. So I cannot exaggerate how good of a video this is going to be. Watch till the end. I'm not kidding. You have to watch. The last 10 seconds are insane. Don't skip to the end, but you know what I mean. It's what you gotta get the whole backstory, okay? You can't skip the whole. Okay, whatever. Just watch the video. Okay, so this is a quality lap. This is my best quality lap yet, and it really has some room for improvement. I don't know if you noticed on the second corner, went a little bit deep, pretty bad, but it's alright. I'll take it, okay? So, I actually have 2 races to show you today, because they go hand in hand, like bread and butter, because they're just too good. What can I say? Because the first race, in the second race, they're the exact same races. I did them one after the other. The second race is right after the first race. Like when I actually raced them, I did it like 5 minutes after when the next time was. And there's very similar people in both of the races, and you just gotta watch. It's perfect. So this is a qualifying lap. So on this last corner, you can actually cut it, and it won't give you a penalty. So kind of use that here. And we set a 1:59.8. So we're up. That was up like maybe half a second. So here is the first race of 2. So it's only 5 laps around Monza. Group 4 cars. So I'm using the Atenza, obviously, because everyone's using the Atenza. It's OP. And so we're starting this race in 6th. So just some names that are in the next race as well are TK right in front of me, Bob in 8th, and make sure to watch out for Bob. He's a real character. We'll get to know. And then 4th place, Cado Nigreira, the Brazilian, and I think Gro Julin. I don't know. There's some Brazilians in the second race, I thought. No, there's not as many. But whatever. We're in the first race here. And good first few corners. The guy right in front of me gets a penalty. And this corner I just did right there is the corner I really improved from what I was doing before. And I think what really brought my qualifying time down a little bit. So that was kind of where I was gaining on where I was before. But TK is going to try to pass the Brazilian. He's going to go on the grass a little bit. But he doesn't slow down very much, interesting enough. I was kind of surprised by that. So we're going to take the chicane for the first time. And I kind of make a little hash of it, but it wasn't the worst thing ever. But I was kind of getting better at it. Like, as you race in this game, you really, really get better at it. So this pack is kind of tightened up a little bit, and TK is going to serve his penalty. He's going to go back behind me, because the penalty area around Monza is pretty bad. So if you have a half-second penalty, it's probably going to cost you more like a second. So this Brazilian is an absolute mad lad, and he was on the inside of me and just made me know about it. So he's going to go past along with TK again. And here comes Bob Dobolina, the main character. Well, not the main character. I'm the main character, obviously, but he's the main villain. Okay? He's gonna mess up that corner, but I'm gonna go into the back of him, crucially. And so he's not gonna, or I'm not gonna be able to pass him. He's gonna gain more speed. I'm gonna lose speed. You know, bad. Also, maybe get a penalty, but didn't get a penalty there, obviously. I was kind of worried about one, but it would have been a pretty stupid penalty if it did give it to me. So, coming into corner 2 here, I was just kind of trying to put my car on the left there, just in case they brake really early. Because you obviously don't want to go into the back of them. That would be pretty bad. But look at this move around the outside, giving them so much room. And I still make the move. Oh my, I am just too good. So, the guy in 4th, the Mad Lad, Brazilian, he's gonna get a bigger penalty here, I think, right? He gets another penalty. Or maybe he doesn't. Whatever. He's a Mad Lad, okay? And so, Bob, wait, no, that's not Bob. Oh, it is Bob. He's gonna go on the left, but he's gonna back out because he knows that he's gonna cause some chaos if he keeps there. And so we're behind the 2 Brazilians up here, 4th and 5th. And the Brazilian of 4th has a 1-second penalty now. I think he must have cut another corner, so he's going to serve that. He's probably going to lose like 2 seconds because the penalty zone again. So that's good that he's not next to me because he's a real Mad Lad. So that the guy in 4th kind of messes up this corner, but even if you mess up this corner, it really doesn't hurt you that much because you can't really gain or lose any time from it. So he's gonna be able to stick in the head, but we're gonna get the slipstream on this back straight. Such a long straight. If you stick behind the car and you're pretty close to them, you're gonna get some slipstream. And he cuts me off. I cut the corner a little bit. And that guy in 3rd, I don't know what happened to him, but he gets I don't know what happened. But I get a 1-second penalty for cutting that corner, the first one. And I was kind of like, okay, why isn't that just a half-second penalty? That wasn't too bad. And you're going to see why it's kind of weird that I get a 1-second penalty for that, because someone later cuts the corner pretty down. Yeah, you're going to have to watch. I'm not going to spoil it. So, we're in 4th gear, behind Roe Julian. He makes an absolute, like, I don't know how he took that corner, but it's pretty bad. I tried to go up the inside, hit him a little bit, kind of scuffed, couldn't really make the move, so we're sticking behind here. I don't know what happened to 2nd place. He gone. So, crucially, not crucially, but, you know, I'm only 1.5 seconds behind 1st place here. So I'm thinking 1st place is really possible if I, you know, drive pretty well and maybe the luck's on my side, although I have this penalty. So I'm going to have to serve that. And Bob went into 4th, but I made an absolute hash of that corner, so he's going to go by. Serve my penalty. Go down to 3rd. Yeah, I kind of messed that up for a second. And this Brazilian's going to go back past. He is not in the 2nd race, pretty luckily, because he's crazy. But he's in this race, and he causes some chaos while in this race. So Bob, we're watching Bob, because he's also in the 2nd race. He's in 3rd now. I'm in 5th. So I lost about 4 seconds because I messed up that corner before and I had to serve my penalty. So we're going in the 1st corner here, kind of in my own like zone here, because I'm 2 seconds behind 4th and 2 seconds ahead of 6th. But Bob, I don't know what happened there, goes off the track. He doesn't lose that much time for it. It must not have been the worst crash ever. So he is going to be right behind me, only 0.3 of a second, maybe 0.4 behind me. And we're on the 2nd to last lap of the 1st race. So we're gonna have to keep it clean here in the 2nd to last lap if we want to stay ahead. Also having to defend a little bit because Bob has shown that he is kind of a fast driver as well. But the guy in 3rd is kind of a crazy driver. So so just going through the fourth corner there. Pretty smooth. And so I was kind of thinking about defending here, but he was kind of far back. I don't know why I'm still on the left side here, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really happen. So get that corner pretty well. A little bit of on the bump, on the curb, up into fourth. Really on the bumps there. Don't really get the best exit. So Bob's gonna get right up next, close to me at the end of the straight because of that exit there. So he's on 4/10, 3.5, 3/10. So going into braking, he goes all the way down to 2/10. So what I was saying before with not being able to gain very much, like oh my gosh, excuse me. He gained a little bit, obviously. So he's gonna be well within slipstream range into the first corner on the last lap, which the first corner is by far the best place to overtake. So he's gonna go on the outside because I was on the inside, and I'm gonna brake a little bit too much. I must be honest. I make him a little bit mess up, and he goes into me. And I'm like, great, but I kind of messed this up because I'm on a wheel, and the reverse isn't that great. I think I might have bumped that white car ahead. I don't know what it was, but I get a 2-second penalty. I'm like, what? What did I do? Like, nothing, absolutely nothing. So we're going into 10th now. I think I was in 4th. I was defending off 4th. Now I'm in 10th. I was like 2 seconds behind first place at one point. Now we're 20 seconds behind first place, basically. And we're still gonna have to serve this 2-second penalty. I'm like, oh great, this is just fantastic. I'm low-key raging. Well, yeah, kind of high-key, but you know. So Bob, you did this to me, okay? I'm gonna remember this, Bob. That's what I was thinking at the moment. I didn't know that it was gonna come into play next race, but you know. So we're gonna have to serve this 2-second penalty. Obviously, we're in 10th out of 13, like not the best, because I think I'm only B rated, but like if the people that are really far behind usually quit the race, so they're not going to be that far behind. But you see that just like went off the track there probably for 6 seconds, and I go down like 6 positions. So people are kind of jumbled up in this B rating. So I was 2 seconds, 2-second penalty. That guy was a little bit behind me, so he's gonna zoom past. So now we're in 11th, and we're basically just gonna take the last corner and finish the race in 11th when I started in 6th. So obviously not ideal, but you don't want to quit the race because your rating will go down like a lot. So now on to the second race, and look who it is in 7th position. The man, the myth, the legend, Bob Dobolina. You wouldn't say. I mean, come on. Can't make this stuff up. So we're starting this one in 5th instead of 6th. So Road Julian is in this race. Also, the guy in 1st, right? I don't know how to say that. He is just an absolute G. Probably should be a little bit higher and B rated, so he's gonna pull away with the race. I'm telling you now, it doesn't matter. So this is basically a race for 2nd place. And so we're behind TK again, remember, but TK doesn't do anything. He's a good racer. He's cool. So into the 2nd corner here. Take this one pretty well. And we're gonna get right up behind TK and Road Julian. And I'm actually making a little bit of a gap to the Brazilian behind, and that's good because Bob is still going to have to pass the Brazilian to get up to me. I'm going to make an absolute god move on this guy, give him plenty of space on the exit. So that was a great move on him. And maybe you watched the first race and thought I was very unsportsmanlike player, but as you can see, that was a one-off race. That was pretty funny. So I do cut the track there a little bit. So And this guy, is this the Brazil? Oh, it is the Brazilian from the last race. I didn't know he's in this race. I guess he has that penalty, and then he kind of, I think he crashes or something. He hit me again. I didn't know that. Even after accidentally muting and commentating over this already. I've already watched this like 2 times. I didn't know that he was in this race. Whatever. He rams me. He serves his penalty. He's back in the back. So, we still have his half-second penalty, and look who it is. 1/10 behind me. It's some deja vu from the last lap of the last race. And he is going to go on the outside. I'm on the inside, just the same as last time. I'm a little bit ahead this time, though. So we're going to be able to get the move. Not get the move, because I didn't move anywhere. But just stay ahead, you know. So, but I'm going to have to serve this penalty. And like I said before, like the penalties on this track are pretty hefty. Well, not hefty, but you're just going to have to serve a second, basically, for the half second. So we're only, well, we're 1.4 behind 4, so we really need a good lap here, but that Brazilian is going to come back at it again. See, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking last time that I thought that Brazilian dive bombed me on the second corner, but apparently not, but he did in the second race. So I kind of thought Bob did that, but seeing as the Brazilian got a 4-second penalty and shoves me off there, and then I think he gets a bigger penalty. He obviously was the main culprit in there, and these two are going to pass me. So I'm down into 9th at one point in this race. This is the lowest I go in this race. And these two shove into each other, and I'm just going to go right past them. Pretty smooth. And so I have this half-second penalty, but the Brazilian has like a 6-second penalty or something, so he's going to serve that. So I'm going to serve my half-second penalty and move up into 5th. So I was just at 9th, like 2 corners ago. So now we're up in 5th. And these two are going to be fighting. And Bob is going to be able to pull away into 2nd place. So obviously, less than ideal. We do not want our main enemy, our main nemesis, to be in 2nd place. We want to be in 2nd place, or ideally 1st, but look at where 1st is on the mini-map. I mean, come on. 14 seconds ahead. Like, he's kidding me with that. So, defending off from TK here, he's a good sportsman driver. He's not going to ram into me, so I'm kind of chilling. And the guy in 3rd has a 2-second penalty. So we're probably going to pass him, well, if we don't pass him on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th corner, or I guess the chicane, he's going to have to serve that penalty, and as long as we stay close to him this lap, we're going to be able to pass him, because it's going to slow down a lot, obviously, because of the penalty. This guy is TK. Oh, wait, what am I saying? You're a good driver? Whatever. You're a bad driver, okay? Forget that. Remember how Biggie cut that corner while passing me? And remember when I got 1-second penalty for barely cutting the corner while getting cut off? He gets a half-second penalty for probably gaining like 2 seconds probably. And I'm just like, what? This penalty system is busted. So TK, I'm side by side with TK, and he has a penalty. So basically I'm ahead of TK, if you know what I mean. But he's going to brake a little bit early, but I'm going to give him plenty of room on the inside, and he's going to let me through. So that was probably the best move you're ever going to see. I'm such a clean driver. So the Brazilian's going to serve his penalty, TK's going to serve his penalty, and we're up in the 3rd place. No shot behind Bob. Only 1.3 seconds behind Bob. I think he probably messed up at least one of those corners, because I think he should be able to pull away a little bit more than 3 seconds. So coming in to the 2nd to last lap, in 3rd, Bob is in 2nd. You know how much I need to beat Bob, because of how he pushed me off in the last lap of the last race. So braking for the 1st corner, Bob kind of messes up this corner, goes a little bit too deep there, and we'll be able to catch up on him a little bit because he loses about half a second on that corner. And so, right up behind him now, well, not right up, but pretty close, but not within slipstream. But which slipstream in B rating isn't as big as it is in the higher ratings. So, gonna take this corner pretty well. Bob also doesn't take this corner pretty well, and I think I know why. He punted me off on the last race, and he sees that I am on his bum when it's coming into the final lap. Well, halfway to the final lap. And he is shaking in his boots. He's shivering right now. I wish I could see him. But he is a slow driver. Whatever he's doing, shivering, crying, forfeiting the trophy to me. He's driving slow. That's what it is. So we're gonna get the job done. We're gonna pass him. But he always has the first corner of the last lap to catch up to me and pass me, just like he tried to do in the last lap in the last race, but he did. Not very sportsman-like of him to do that. But so final corner here of the second to last lap before we move on to the final lap, where he did the absolute most dirty move to me last time. So we're gonna cut this corner a little bit, just a little bit, because we can. And we're going to take the inside line, just as we did last race. And he's going to go the outside line, just as we did last race. We're going to go side by side into the first corner, just as we did last race. We're going to brake at the same time, just as we did last race. He's going to back off. I'm going to go into the corner, and he doesn't punt me off. Oh my gosh. We have got the job done. Well, not basically, but that's basically the best way to pass me. So, we are safe from the first corner. So all we need to do is not badly mess up the second, third, fourth, or fifth, or sixth corner very badly. And guess what Bob does? He messed up the second corner. And so we didn't mess up the second corner because we're goats like that. And going into the third corner, we're big chillin'. Bob messes up the third corner. He's shivering in his boots. He knows he lost. He knows I'm a better player. I'm just a better player. Obviously, first is the best player. He's probably a world champion, I'm sure. I just didn't recognize his username. But we are over a second ahead of them now because I'm just a goat like that. And we're through the chicane. Don't absolutely bottle it, so I wasn't pushing all the way through there. But Bob obviously was, because he got an actually pretty amazing exit out of there, and he gains about half a second, which is kind of crazy. So I'm kind of low-key shivering in my boots now. I'm like, holy crap, why is the car so fast? So we're going to the last corner. He's 1.5 tenths behind me. And there's basically no way he can overtake me, though. So, he's done it! He's done it! Get in there, Lewis! That's my best recreation of GT's thing. Like and subscribe. Oh my god!